What's going on, people? What I don't like about cryptocurrency. Well, for one, I gotta say, I've been studying crypto for a while, learning about it for a while, a few years. Crypto's only been 10 years old. So I'm no, I wouldn't call myself an expert, not by a long shot, not at all. I've seen so many different, you know, ups and downs, cycles, different markets within crypto, bear, bull market, etc. Things going sideways, up, down, the whole thing. And it's still moving how it's moving. But then there's the thing about cryptocurrency. See, what the little that I do know, again, I'm not an expert. But from what I've learned, it's about placing the hands of power away from the powers that be by way of governmental structure, by way of central banking, and handing it over to the people. Relinquishing the power from the government, central banks, and putting it back in the hands of the people so that the people can make the decisions in how they want to live their lives in whatever way they see fit, offering a certain level of sovereignty. They become their own banks. There's so many other things, with the whole blockchain and everything. It documents, the blockchain documents everything that's done between you and another person regarding specific crypto. All the information is recorded, can never be tampered with or erased. No transactions can be reversed. Technology up the wazoo. Technology is being developed to serve the needs of the people globally, worldwide. Different needs, things we can't even imagine. Things we can't even imagine. Right? But there's this thing that in my opinion, the underlying part of crypto that goes unchecked sometimes is the human factor. You're still dealing with people. You're still dealing with human beings who are complicated as hell. You're still dealing with the certain fragile human frailties that exist that force people to move without thinking clearly. When you have temptation, you have greed, you have the desire, right, to not want to be left out, what they call FOMO, fear of missing out. When that kicks in and you see something, you want to jump on it before the train leaves the station. The problem that I don't like with cryptocurrency are how individuals take a certain stand and they use certain mediums to promote a certain project, not really know and understand what the project is, right? And however they're agreeing to promote is on them. If the project is paying them to promote, to shill it, that's on them. But I think the element of promotion and that affiliate link or referral type of thing aspect to it also caused problems to create for a lot of different platforms that have come in that segment of cryptocurrency. See, when I'm talking about cryptocurrency, I'm talking about a certain segment of crypto. This lending craziness, this lending type or style of playing the game of crypto created so many problems, created so much hurt, because you have individuals who naturally want to be successful, so they get involved with promoting these things. To me, promotion has caused the downfall of a lot of these platforms that have come and gone. Even though some of these platforms have definitely scammed out, even though some of these platforms were nefarious in nature, when you're talking about why this platform, why people should take a look at it, and these disclaimers, why are people putting disclaimers up that they're not financial advisors, nor are they giving financial advice? If they knew something, if they knew that they wouldn't be held accountable, if it was such a good thing to do as far as promoting. This is just my opinion. Okay? You're trying to persuade your viewers to take a look at whatever it is that you're talking about. But most often than not, viewers don't have the time nor the interest to really investigate or do the proper research to understand what it is that the promoters are talking about. Because all they see are dollar signs. Money talks, BS walks. For a lot of people, they just want to know, okay, if I put my money in this, what's going to happen here? Cryptocurrency is already a volatile, highly risky market. And then when you add an extra layer of high yield investment plans or projects, and that style of elements where you give someone your monies, they lock it, you relinquishing all, they own the private keys, so you don't have access to your stuff anymore because it could be centralized. Okay, they don't offer any wallets. They're just telling you, put your money in this platform and we'll dole out X amount of interest to you on a daily basis, appealing to your greed, appealing to your hope and your dream, appealing to you wanting to say, oh, you know what, maybe I can make such and such amount of money to where I can retire early. I can possibly pay my debts. I can pay my kids' college tuition. I can help my elderly parents. You get hooked, line, and sinker with these fake fantasies. They're not fake, but when you're dealing with certain platforms that have come and gone, that claim to be crypto related and devastated a lot of people, a certain to me, that element of promotion added to that demise on some form of and I'm not taking anything away from the people who chose, because no promoter really forces anyone to do anything. Promoters don't really force people to do anything. They'll give you the information if you like it, which is another problem, because blockchain is not about liking anything or trusting anything or If you like what these promoters are doling out to you, whatever misinformation they're giving to you, and you make the decision to get involved, that onus is on you of whatever happens. Hopefully it's for the better, and many times it's not for the better. We've seen it happen over and over and over again. We, by mean of people who follow crypto and get on platforms like YouTube and Discord channels and Telegram channels, you see the pattern. You see where this lending thing was created back in 2017. And since then, there have been so many projects that have come that have been promoted by certain people, some of the same faces. Get in and get out. Get in quick, take what you can, make your seed back, and get out. Or if you stay, it's house money. Like, these are things that have been some of the indicators that's grabbed the attention of the people. But these promoters, some of these people have promoted similar types of platforms over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You could see similarities in them. Whatever you want to call it, you could see similarities. Be careful. If you keep doing the same thing looking for a different result, man, keep doing the same thing looking for a different result. And people continue to get hurt. That's the part about this whole thing that is disheartening. That's the part about it that's crazy. People continue to get hurt. People continue to believe in whatever words, good words that these people are telling them. And they just hand over their hard-earned monies to these platforms, not taking the time to investigate, to understand. Many times you can tell by speaking, you can tell by how someone is speaking that they either know or they don't really know what they're talking about. You can tell when someone is well-informed and when someone is ill-informed, just by how they deliver the messages that they deliver and the content of the information and the knowledge base of the information. You can tell the difference when someone is talking about something and when someone isn't, or they're just giving you the bare minimum to persuade you into doing something. That promotion factor, that promoter thing, hurt that lending space or whatever of crypto, that lending style thing. It's just my opinion. That promoting, and this is the thing. This is what never made sense to me and still doesn't. When people talk about how they are documenting their journey by making videos of their, investments or whatever, quote unquote, when you're documenting your journey and you're showing the world how much money you're earning in whatever project that you're involved with, you automatically become a target. I never understood why people do that. And I don't think I ever will. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's something I'm missing. Again, these are just my personal feelings regarding this thing where people promote. Maybe they want to show and I guess record their information, log. If you see a person on TV on a video making X amount of dollars, that person will become the target of envy, jealousy, ridicule, criticism, because people want what that person has. Especially if you're dealing with folks who again, they become emotional. They get triggered by things. We're complicated people. So anything can trigger someone on the internet. And when you're showing success, that you're doing so much, in some cases, success breeds contempt because folks are not well out here. People are not well as you may want them to be or as you may think. You make yourself become a target. And then let something not work out with that platform or whatever project that you're making money in. Let something happen where that platform shuts down or they just stop doing whatever it is that they promised to do. It's that promoter that gets blamed. That promoter becomes the target. And then if that promoter had referral links, if that promoter talked about, how much commission a person would add, that whole type of structure, that pyramid structure kind of thing, what is that about? What are you going to do? That MLM type of multi-level type of pyramid tier system kind of. I've seen it, and it's what's crazy about it too is, again, people not willing to take the time out to study what it is that they're trying to get involved with, especially when you're trying to pay or give monies away. Times are hard. Times are hard. Cryptocurrency is supposed to be your own bank. Cryptocurrency is introducing a level of sovereignty where you have a say. Cryptocurrency, the government, central banking, X out the picture. Transactions being done between you and another person and recorded on a blockchain, an immutable ledger that captures every transaction that was made from inception, from the Genesis block. So it's trustless. So if you get involved with something that's supposed to be crypto related, and some of these fundamental things that I just mentioned there are not practiced, or you could see that you're giving away your private keys, or you just don't own your crypto anymore. You're just giving your monies to something that's they're promising you they'll pay you X amount of whatever in crypto or interest. And then they shut down, and then you lose whatever you put in just like that overnight. You can't retrieve it. It's done. But human beings, you need somebody to blame. You need somebody to blame. But then this was something that was pretty much promoted. This was something that was promoted. And you can't emphasize the volatile and highly risky, dangerous element of it enough. It can't be emphasized enough. There's high risk, high reward, but there's also high risk, very high loss. Especially when you just allow someone to tell you something and you believe someone's word. You allow yourself to just believe in someone, in what they're saying. Then you might as well believe in the central banks and governmental structures and continue to do that. Why get involved with I don't. I just doesn't. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Everything is not for everyone. Like when you know, it's just you know how many platforms have come and gone that I've seen in this niche this sparing this niche market in crypto. There's a niche subculture within this crypto. This HYIP stuff. That's not all of crypto. That's not. But there's this thing about that. Excuse me, where I've seen people who used to promote no longer promote. Who used to promote certain platforms have come and they've gone, disappeared, gone with the wind, gone. You know, they used to say their efforts are they're documenting their journey. So they're making videos about what they're doing, and then when the platforms they talked about fell off, let me give you, if I could think of a few, Devore, Regal Coin, Gold Reward, Western Coin, um, Falcon Coin, Ficoin, Fine Coin. What the list goes on. Like Coinreum, Chain Group, Laser Online, Control Finance, Trade.io. The list go ETH Connect. What are we? It's just, and then you'll find some of these individuals that have been in all these platforms. What's going on, viewers? What's going on? Some of these individuals that have been in these platforms, they continue to. I mean, it's just the same. You just have to be careful. There's a certain aspect about this thing right here that it just shows you. If you don't understand what you're getting involved with, you're better off leaving it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. You know, the Laser Online, Bit Petite. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Helping people is one thing, but helping people in a way where they get hurt is another. Especially when history has shown time and time and time and time again. History tends to repeat itself. And it's been shown time and time and time and time again. When you follow these certain styles of projects, because they're not cryptocurrency companies, these are projects. When you follow these certain projects that promise you a certain return on a daily basis, you know, the risk level flies through the roof. And you have to know that the chances of you getting if you make the decision to put your money in these things, the chances of you getting it back are zero. There's zero. The chances of you getting these things back are zero. So in essence, you take your money and throw it away in the wind. That's what you're doing. Should you earn a return back and get your seed money back, then okay. But just promoting these things and not really preparing the people, because you've known from 20 different other platforms, 20, maybe 30, maybe even 100 different platforms that preceded the one that you're promoting today have scammed out. What's the likelihood of what you're dealing with now not scamming? Very slim. I'm not speaking to anybody in direct. I'm just saying, directly speaking to anyone. I'm just watching and making my comments and opinions based on how I think the element of promotion has harmed people dealing with crypto. It has. ICOs who, they don't even have, there's projects that have come out that they just written whatever promises on paper and have garnered millions worth of crypto. They've garnered millions worth of crypto. And once they obtain the millions, close their ICO sale, how are they forced now to deliver on their promises? They already earned, you already gave them the monies. And there's some ICOs that have come and have succeeded. There's some ICOs that have come and they've done very well. No disagreement with that. But many haven't. Many haven't. And these are the things that are just, and then, when people cry about how they've lost so much, and then go run to these governing bodies, to find some form of restitution, but crypto is supposed to give some form of liberation and be anti-regulation. You run to a governing authority to tell them, hey, Mr. or Miss Governing Authority, help me get my funds back from this unregulated. I don't get it. I don't get it, because you just listen to what certain promoters have said repeatedly to you over and over and over again. And then when you're forewarned, you disregard it because you want to hold on to your dreams and belief and trust in people who don't really owe you anything. And then at the same time, all the while, you're losing. Every day by day, you're losing your chances of making yourself become whole. You're losing your chances of making yourself become whole because you put your efforts, your faith, your crypto, your fiat, whatever it is, into the hands of something that you didn't even do the research to really understand what you're putting your monies in. If you knew the risk ahead of time, then that's different. If you knew the risk ahead of time, that's different. But you didn't. I don't know. Let me read the chat for a second. I don't know. I think that's really been the downfall of crypto. Seriously. I think that's been the serious downfall. Excuse me, not of crypto, but this niche market that I see. With the advent of smart contracts, smart contracts introduce a certain level of transparency because everything is written in code. Everything is written in code. It can be audited. You can see everything that's taking place. Completely transparent from A through Z.
But then there's been criticism with that too because a bunch of clones also. I mean, it's just a bunch of clones came out of nowhere and tried to also, compete and take the steam away from certain projects promoted by again certain groups of people. People have a right to promote. I get it. People have a right to promote, but there's a thing about it that also brings a certain level of an unfortunate reality when you can see that a person really doesn't know what they're talking about. They become easily flustered. They're emotional, you know, and they're driven by their feelings. Meanwhile, this is not what's running. This is not what's fueling crypto. Feelings and human emotions. This is not what it's about. It's not. It's not. But when you're dealing with human beings and again the human factor, you get this is the things that you get. People who relinquish all their monies into something, reinvested constantly all the time, because they're believing and buying into a dream or hope that they can come out of a situation that could be dire. They could come out of a situation that could be depressing, and they can help their loved ones come out of the situation. But then when the project fails to deliver on their promises, you're left holding the bag of losses. But then you want to go follow the same promoter who led you to losing this bag to another project or a series of other projects looking for a different result. Come on. We know what the definition of doing the same thing looking for a different result is. Why exercise that? Why continue to move in that fashion? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not an expert in this, but I see the for often I've seen the examples. I've seen the people come and go. That's why I've been studying this thing for a few years. It's fascinating. Cryptocurrency is fascinating. If you want to talk about, different streams of ways of earning crypto and passively earning crypto, because that's the thing people, you forget, folks forget. They think of just making money every day, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there's a method to the madness. There's a method to the madness. As risky and volatile again as this space is, why make things even more risky for yourself by jumping into something blindly? Blind faith. Why? And then when you lose everything all, how is the blind faith going to help you eat? Who can you run to look for help? With crypto, it seems like it starts with you. And during your journey, everything comes right back to you. So when you along your journey you fall, guess what? You have to pick yourself up and keep it moving. There's no governing crypto body that you can go to complain again. Running over to governmental structures and organizations and governing bodies looking for help to something that's, you know, supposed to be government lists, central banking lists, trust lists. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me. That's all I gotta say, people. You know, share your thoughts. If you have any, comments, I welcome them. Positive, negative, doesn't matter. It's about free thinking. Let me know how you feel, and I'll talk to you later.